The Surge.
Smallzy Surgery.
The Surgery.
This is Smallzy Surgery.
Please welcome a legend.
The one, the only. Give it up for Ed. Ed.
Sheeran.
Hey Smallzy, it's Ed.
I'm in love with the shape of you.
I'm taking over Smallzy's surgery tonight on Nova.
Hey, everybody. Look who's on the show again. He's back. Ed Sheeran. How are you, dude?
Really well, really well. I've been up since 4, so apologies if I'm bleary-eyed.
No, you're right. Now you've got 2 kids now, so I don't even know how busy life would be. You're a touring musician. You're a record label executive. You have many children. Do you look after the farm, or does someone help you out mowing the lawn? You've got a lot of things to do.
Yeah, I mean, like, I feel like marriage is the best partnership in the world. So it's very much sort of like we do help each other out.
Absolutely. But I noticed you didn't answer the question. Do you mow the lawn, or do you have animals that munch on it?
We actually let it. So Cherry's really into like rewilding. So she's just let everything grow. So there's kind of no. There's like a football pitch that I guess is mowed every now and then, but the lawn is the lawn is actually just overgrown and loads of things live in it.
Oh wow!
Got,
the kid you got a snake. The kids are going to get to an age where you're like, honey, we're going to have to do something with the grass because I can't keep my eye on them all the time, and they're going to get out there and they're going to play in the weeds.
I think it's great, but we have there's hedgehogs that live in there and munkjacks and lizards and it's cool. It's cool. Our snakes aren't like your snakes.
Okay.
We've got grass snakes, so it's not like you see it and it freaks you out that it's a snake, but also it's not gonna hurt you.
See, because when you say snake, my first point of call is it's like a death adder or a brown snake. One must get rid of that. But you're like, oh, it's a fun snake. It's like one from the cartoons.
Well, the thing about England is you can be sort of pretty sure that nothing's gonna kill you. Pretty sure. Whereas in Australia, it's like, I'm not 100% if I'm actually going to come out of this situation alive.
Yeah,
you know?
And you know what? It's a great way to view everything. And so I'm confused why, on that note, you'd spend more time in Australia, knowing that you may never come back alive. 3rd show in Brizzy, you're announcing, yes?
Yeah, and it's my birthday on those shows.
Oh, well,
there you go. Turning 30. It's going to be a big old party.
Absolutely. So congrats on that. I think I'll get the plug out of the way. So the extra show in Brizzy, extra shows across extra tickets across all of the shows. This setup looks wild. I saw some of the footage from the Manchester gig over the weekend. This is full in the round, right?
Yeah, it's actually I was saying earlier, it's weird. I've played Manchester so many times and I've never felt that amount of energy from a Mancunian crowd, and it's because you're sort of centered in the middle of them and they're so close to you and you just feel it. Whereas when it's end on, you're quite far away from a crowd, so you're kind of playing and entertaining this entity, whereas you sort of feel at one with the crowd when you're playing in the round. It's cool.
And I mean, the thing I automatically thought was there's nowhere to hide. Like when you're in the round, there's nowhere where you can go, oh, here's a little bit of safe space on the stage. No, there is people looking at every 360 degree of you all of the time.
Also, once I'm up. There's I have to, if I really want to get down, it takes 30 seconds for the stage to lower and for me to get down. So if I'm ever in a jam, I'm up there.
You're up there. You're stuck. How do you get onto? Because obviously, when you're in the round, that's the stage that's in the middle of all of the people. I've seen classic videos like Adele's done it. They used to wheel her in a box through the people so no one knows it. Are you being wheeled in through a box, or how are you making your way into the middle of all of the people without ruining the surprise?
I'm going to keep it. I mean, it's pretty obvious, but I'll keep it secret for now. But I really wanted to build a dressing room under the stage.
Sure.
Because I find the older I get, I used to really buzz off 50 people in my dressing room before a show. But the older I get, and the more it's just knackering when you're catching up with someone that you haven't seen for 3 years, and you have to then catch up with someone else, and then catch up with someone else, and then go and do the show. So I was just going to say to people, my dressing room is under the stage, and
Roll
then
with
just be
that.
under the stage. And,
Yep.
yeah. So I'm going to roll with it.
When I'm seeing you at the Wembley show in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have my eyes peeled. Like, how is he getting out here? I'm going to work it out, and
You'll see.
I'll
You'll
see.
see. It's pretty obvious. I just don't want to say, because then everyone clocks it, and then
No. You know, it's show business. It's show business. Got to have a little bit of mystery. I got to say, dude, the track Two Step is going great in Australia, and you've done the local collaborations with artists from around the world. Which I know you love. You're a music man, like, first and foremost. So that must, you must enjoy collaborating with artists from, the other side of the pond.
Well, it was fun because it was very much like I didn't have to be. It wasn't like a record label driven thing. It was like, oh, I quite like this artist from here. We should put them on it. I quite like, and it all started actually with Antatilla from Ukraine. They had done a version of it, and I was like, it would be really cool if there's a Ukraine version and a Swedish version and a Finnish version and an Italian version and blah 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 blah. And like some places it's really worked, and some places it's like the one with Little Baby has been the one that's kind of the driver. But I just think it's interesting to do stuff like that. And it also gives a platform to artists that I really like.
Nice. Quickly, some other talking points while I've got you. Jubilee, the Platty Jubes. How was that on the weekend? There's so much bunting in central London, by the way. The bunting is still up. I mean, I love it. It's like Christmas, but for the Royals.
I'm sure you find this in Australia too, but it's very rare that you feel really patriotic. It's not like every, in America, every day is a patriotic day. 4th of July, you got the flag up, and it's just yeah.
Well,
America.
the people
very rare.
Yeah, in America, people have flag up on the house. You're like, I wish I loved our country as much as they love theirs. Yeah, I totally.
Well, the thing is, if you did that, if you were to have a flag up on your house here, it sends another message.
Yep.
Which is the flag is sort of and I guess that's years and years in the making, but the flag has turned into this thing which means many things.
Yes.
But anyway, we won't.
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
For sure, but when it comes to the Queen, or Will and Kate's wedding, or the Euros final, or England in the World Cup, when it comes to stuff like that, you feel the country unite.
Yeah.
And then after it's over, it just kind of gets back to the craziness it was before. But it's really, really nice for those moments, being at the Jubilee for a day, driving into central London, seeing all the bunting, seeing everyone just in a good mood, and everyone's hanging out, and it's everyone's got this one thing to celebrate. And yeah, it's nice. It's just I find it sad that it only happens once every 10 years, that everyone's hey, we like each other.
Yeah. All right, quickly running out of time, but you are going to be back in the country. You got the stadium shows going down, the extra one announced in Brizzy. First thing you're going to do when you get back to Oz, is there something on your list? Is there a cafe? Is there a pub? Is there you're probably going to want a foot massage after 24 hours in the plane.
No, I'll probably go and see Michael's statue outside of Broad Labour.
Oh, nice. Nice.
That'll be probably one of the first things I do, because it looks epic.
Oh,
it looks epic, and I love that it's got the MCG in the background as well.
Yeah. Oh, nice. Well, that's touching and beautiful, and also too, I mean, and I don't know how you to hopefully one day have a legacy where you get a statue. I mean, that's a dream for everybody, isn't it? I mean, I just think about that. I'd be like,
I do actually have a statue.
Oh, well, you can blow it out your ass here.
Well, because Michael sent me a statue of himself.
Yeah.
Because I was it came at the end of tour, and I was he was like, what do you want as a present? And I was like, make me a bronze statue of you so I can have you in my pub and I can always have a drink with you. So he was like, okay, that's a bit weird. So anyway, he got this statue made, and in return, I got one made of me.
Yeah.
It's 10 foot,
Okay.
1.2 tons. It's this huge thing. And it's weird getting that done because it was getting done in my hometown, and everyone in my hometown thought I was getting it done for me.
Yeah.
And they were like, this is really weird. So anyway, I shipped that over, and that's in Australia now.
Oh,
So
amazing.
there is actually a statue of me in Australia.
Amazing. I can only imagine the people at home would have been like, well, that Ed's turned into a right royal wanker. Like, he used to be very down to earth, and now he's having a statue made out of him.
10-foot bronze statue of himself,
1.2
mate.
tons. 1.2 tons.
I know.
I don't even know what the shipping on that was. Mate.
It took 6 months, basically. It took 6 months. It was long.
Oh, yeah, that's on a boat. That's only going on a boat. You can't put that on a plane.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you for chatting. I'll let you go. Do your dad duties. See you in the country next year, and I'll hopefully I'll do some weird like waving my arms at you in Wembley Stadium. You won't see me because there'll be 80,000 people there, but I'll be there.
We should do something interesting as well when I'm over there, because I'll have a new album, so we can think of something.
Sick.
That's an exclusive. There'll be a new album dropping around then.
Awesome. Well, you know what? Always happy to do anything you want, mate. Thanks for the chat, dude. Enjoy the day.
Nice one.
Smallsy Surgery
Is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.